Alrighty, Andrew, thank you. Well, it is 6:13 now, and investors are reeling as the global stock market plunges over fears of a slowing U.S. economy. And financial expert Mark Grabacheski is here to break it all down for us. Mark, good morning. It's good to have you back again.
Hey, good morning. Great to see you
Yeah,
again.
no, thank you. So let's get right into it. To start out, give us an overview of what exactly is behind this market meltdown and what's causing investors to panic, and how did it spread around the world so quickly?
Yeah, until recently, the general consensus on Wall Street was that, we'd see this, gradual weakness in the economy. But over the past few weeks, we've had this steady stream of big name companies lower their revenue and profit forecasts for the second half of the year. And then on Friday, you get this very disappointing employment report where the unemployment rate, jumps to a 3-year high of 4.3%. So it's really changed this narrative that the economic weakness we expect in the second half of this year might be much more severe than originally projected. And look, the U.S. economy is by far and away, the biggest and most influential economy in the world. To quote the old adage, as the U.S. economy goes, so goes the rest of the world. So it's also forced other countries around the world to kind of re-examine their economic outlook for the rest of the year.
Well, right. And how does this impact people who aren't making big investments? Should our viewers who don't own any stocks be worried about their finances right now?
Yeah, look, consumers have already been facing a number of challenges over the past few years. We still have high inflation, we still have high interest rates. The labor market continues to weaken, and now, the economic outlook just got a lot more cloudier. Over the past few years, consumer households have already kind of been forced to really manage and go over their family budgets with a fine-tooth comb. I would recommend going over those budgets again and really trying to build up those emergency cash reserves in case the economy does experience some type of significant decline in that second half of the year.
Yeah, and Mark, is there anything unusual about this market scare that makes it unique from other scares that we've had in recent years?
Yeah, look, the last two major stock market declines we had, in my opinion, I think were much more defined. And this is kind of what I mean by that. Look, in 2020, we had the global pandemic. In early 2022, we had interest rates surge to that 40-year high. With this latest sell-off in the stock market, I think it's going to take some time to fully figure out just how severe any economic decline in the second half of the year might be. And that clarity might not be reached for a couple of months until, more economic data comes out. And unfortunately, in the meantime, that may likely mean a lot more volatility and choppiness in the stock market, as we try to figure that answer out over, how severe might this pullback in the economy be in the second half.
No, absolutely. Well, Mark, thank you very much for your insight this morning, and we will, of course, see you next week.
Great to see you on a Tuesday.
I know, it's very unusual. You just can't escape us, can you? But all right, Mark, thanks.